Hi, it's Ella. Thank you for being here with me. So I am finally, for the first time, recording when it's still daylight. So we're actually on our lunch break right now. So we have a break from 1 to 2:30, and I just wanted to hop on and talk through a few things. So first of all, I did not post a video yesterday because yesterday my body basically decided to shut down. I was really, really struggling all day yesterday to get through anything. Um, it was really, I did my best, and it was all I could do really to just be present and to participate to whatever degree I could. And then when my body just was not having it as far as doing anything additional, just allowing myself to stay in the shala and just listen and just absorb. So I did that for a while, and then my body was just like, this is not helping either. So finally I did. I missed kind of the end of the day, which means I missed meditation, and I missed the last part of the last class before meditation. And I came back to the room, took a shower, and crawled in bed, and did not wake up until about 8:30 last night to use the restroom, and then I went back to bed and did not wake up again until about 4 o'clock this morning. And I actually tried to go back to sleep for a little while longer, and but I couldn't. I was like, oh, I want to try. Basically, I had energy again, and so that is what I am learning, is that yoga is so much more than poses on a mat. It's so much more than that. It is actually a way of life, and truly, it's what it is. At least, so as I'm defining it today, day 4 of the program. Okay, to me, what it is the essence of what it feels like to connect with yourself, and to connect, not just feel like, yeah, okay, great, I feel good, I feel whatever, but actually connecting on the deepest possible level to who you really are, as not just as a human, but as a consciousness. And it is, we are learning just an incredible amount. And initially, one of my self judgments before coming into the class was, well, I'm going to be, not only am I going to be the fattest person there, but I'm also going to probably be the oldest, or one of the oldest, because so many young people are here to basically start their lives. They're just out of school, and actually many have not gone to get a 4-year degree. They've done other things. So lots of young people, and I honestly love their energy, because I don't know, I just love that the energy of youth. However, I actually wrote down in my journal when I was taking notes that I actually feel incredibly grateful to be in this training exactly where I am right now in my life, my age, my just my place in life, because I've been through so much. I've been through the ringer, and I what I love about where I am right now is the fact that I can actually absorb so much of what's being taught. If I had come to a program like this in my 20s, I would be sitting here just saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's yes, exactly. Oh yeah, that's great. That's fantastic." And then in the outside world, I wouldn't be able to integrate it because I was still too bullheaded. Like life had not leveled me properly yet to be able to actually absorb the teachings. Um, but and so I was just feeling I was overwhelmed, overcome with gratitude for being here now. Technically in my midlife, you know, and um, I am learning so much. It is man, I just can't get enough. I'm just soaking it in, and I'm just enjoying it so thoroughly. And there's also just an incredible amount of material to process. And I actually gave just a little bit of feedback about the program that I there's no time for us to do that. There's no time for us to process because we're just, there's so much information is just being like taught, here's more, here's more, here's more, here's more, and then here's a 15-minute break, and here's more, and here's a 15-minute break, and here's more, and here's a 15-minute break, and it's like, there's no time to process when I'm, just trying to run to the bathroom or, refill my drink or whatever. So, and then at night, like my brain is just so fried. Um, that's the hard part about, being in middle age, I guess, is that my brain is so fried at night that I'm just like, I just want to crawl into bed and go to sleep. So, um, yeah, so that's, that is difficult to manage, but I'm managing, I'm managing as best I can. So, I just wanted to kind of share a few pearls of wisdom that I've picked up. And hopefully I will do them. Hopefully I'll do them justice. I'm not sure that I will, but I will try. I'll do my best. Um, so what is one of the qualities of someone who wishes to practice yoga? And really it's just this is really just a quality of what it is, what it means to be a human being, and what it means to be someone who is ready, um, ready for the practice of yoga, because I mentioned earlier, it's a way of life. It's not just different positions on a mat. It is a way of life. Everything is yoga. And really, you could replace the word yoga with meditation, and that would be appropriate. Um, so really, ahimsa, which is a Sanskrit word meaning non-violence. So non-violence towards yourself first. And by the way, any negative self-talk is considered violence towards yourself. And so that includes fear. That includes, your fears that you have. That's violence toward yourself. That just kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh man, okay. Always learning, always learning. So I am definitely learning to be more compassionate towards myself and kinder to myself. And that is, it's definitely a worthy practice. And it's very humbling because I feel like it's like, okay, start again. Okay, start again. Okay, start again. Just being able to acknowledge the thoughts and feelings that come up that are violent towards yourself or towards others. Just being able to acknowledge that is the first, it's the first step. And then, once you acknowledge, to then be able to accept it, that it's there, acknowledge the feeling, acknowledge the thought, accept the feeling, accept the thought, and then release the feeling, release the thought. So, anyway. Oh man, there's just so much. It's just like there's just so much that we're learning, and um, it really is so much more than poses on a mat. So, um, yeah, there was a story um, that was told to us during one of the sessions, and um, I would probably retell it very badly. uh, but I think I might try anyway. So there was, in the time of Buddha, there was basically there was conversation where Buddha was talking with followers and saying, well, why do you need a priest to talk to God? Why not just talk to God directly? And there was a priest nearby who heard this, and the priest was very hurt and very upset. And so the priest came before Buddha and said, you basically just took a jab at my entire profession, my entire livelihood, my life, and spat on Buddha. And the followers of Buddha were like, how could he do that? He spat on you, whatever. And of course, Buddha had no response. So he just, wiped the spit off of his face and said, basically said nothing, no reaction. And, one of the things that is so interesting about that is that language is inadequate. When we are feeling some kind of way, trying to wrap language around it is very difficult. So in this case, the priest was so upset that he couldn't even form words. He couldn't even find the words. He just spat instead. So basically the lesson from Buddha was, this man is hurting so much, and that's why he's lashing out at me, is because he's hurting so much inside. But I don't have any room in my life for his pain. So why would it bother me? That, I'm just looking at my nose like that blew my mind. I was like, oh, it ties directly to the concept in the Four Agreements of take nothing personally. Don Miguel Ruiz. If you haven't read that, the Four Agreements, highly, highly recommend it. It's basically an excellent my brain is like, it's a great tome for how to live your life, basically as a decent human. But yeah, take nothing personally. That ties directly. The way that someone acts towards you is a reflection of them. It has nothing to do with you. So if someone is in a lot of pain, they're going to act that pain out in myriad ways. I have a good friend who, drinks themselves silly, often, if not almost every single night, maybe. And, there are so many ways to be violent towards yourself. And So I just, I'm just thinking of not only how can I be less, not basically non-violent towards myself, but actually be kinder and more compassionate towards myself. And so that's a question that I would like for you to pose to yourself. How can I be kinder to myself? How can I be more compassionate to myself? Because all of those, those critical things that come into your mind, if you can observe them and just say, "Oh, that is, well, that's an interesting thought, or that's an interesting feeling. I wonder what that's about." Um, you know, if you can observe and then kind of examine it, and um, and not let it own your day or ruin your day. And I'm saying this from a place of also knowing that there are times where something happens and your reaction is so quick, you know, or whoever is being violent towards you in whatever way, it just like it triggers something inside of you that you haven't healed yet. It's like there's just so much to think about. There's so much, and you can think your way into the worst depression and anxiety spiral ever. So the purpose of yoga in an instant like that is to get you out of your head, to so that you can stop thinking so much and start to just get into, not only get into your body, but just get into who you really are, the essence of who you are. So I could go on talking for a very long time because there's just so much to process. So perhaps I will try recording a second video tonight. I'll see how I feel. If not, then more will definitely be coming your way tomorrow, because tomorrow is our 1 day off for the week. So, yay! But I'm happy. I'm in the right spot. I'm extremely, extremely grateful. So, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you tomorrow.